Hi, this is Ethan. This is my Blinn informative speech. Here are my 4 note cards. I don't have an ID. I am not driving yet. So I'll just get back to you with my ID. In the U.S., there is about 1 in every 110 people incarcerated. Today I will be talking to you about private prisons in the United States. Some might say, why is private prison such a big deal? Well, there is, and I'll get into that later. There are 3 online sources I'm going to be pulling from today, and I'm going to be talking to you about, like I said, what are private prisons. So private prisons are privately owned prisons not ran by the government. In my studies that I've shown, private prisons are very corrupt. There is a main company called CoreCivic. It is a private prison owner, like a big company private prison, and it has seen over a 500% revenue increase over the past years. The reason for this revenue increase is that the government is paying them $23,000 a year per inmate. CoreCivic is a corrupt company in a way that they pay their staff and workers minimal pay with minimal training, leading up to more casualties and more assaults on officers. The way they make their money is taxpayers. So but as taxpayers, nobody knows where their money is really going. So you are paying taxes for private prisons, but also your money could be going to the places that the banks that you put your money in are also investing, or maybe the banks that you're putting your money in are investing in private prisons too, which is causing people that don't want to support private prisons to, in theory, support private prisons. The Sentencing Project found that from 1999 to 2010, CoreCivic spent, on average, $1.4 million on lobbying. Now, lobbying is paying somebody to support you. So, in the past years, they have lobbied or elected over 70 officials at the state level, which means that they are now supporting they are getting people that are higher in the government so that they don't lose their business. Now, one thing about the private prisons is that the government loves them. The government loves them because they don't have to worry about keeping up with everything. They don't have to worry about maintaining the staff. They can just kind of send people off to private prisons so they just pay them to take them off their hands, basically. So another weird thing to me is that people in the government have different perspectives. People don't like private prisons because they're corrupt, but the government does because they say that when people are in private prisons, they are better off. They are they have better care. They have better housing. There are better staff there. So it's really a 50-50 on what you believe. And I pulled from 3 sources that were kind of mid. They weren't any citing to each other. So I feel like there are their pros and cons. So there is good things about private prisons. There is bad things about private prisons. Another bad thing is they're putting a lot of people in one little room. So instead of having an individual inmate for one room, they're putting 4 in one room. So it's not very ethical. So I hope that people will see that private prisons have their pros and cons, but they're also very bad, so don't just go out and say, oh, they're good, oh, they're bad. I hope that people will see that private prisons is a problem in the United States. It's just not a lot of people look at them. Thank you.